everyone. Sorry for the foibles. Running a couple streams off of different areas is what we're testing out today. Kind of what we're doing this promo. I've got Jesse and Roby in the Discord chat. I don't think they can hear you guys yet, but they're in my earphone right now. But I wanted to thank everyone for joining. We're going to have a bunch of videos. I'm going to bring them in right now from the Discord. Let us know if we can hear them, because this is a test. Again, we haven't done a lot of this yet. So, let's see. I don't think we have you guys yet. Should share my screen and tell people how I debug it right now. I think I need Discord audio. I think that's what I'm missing. Yep. Yeah, so if you guys keeping track of our shit at home, to find your desktop audio button, you go to the plus sign down in the bottom of OBS. And then you create a new one, and you probably want to call it something like Discord audio. Yeah, it makes it really, really confusing. Yeah.
And labeled.
All right. I think we can hear everybody now. So if anybody's in the chat, let us know if you can hear us. Maybe. Talk again, Dave.
This is Dave, or as we go by on the stream, Roby, host of Live Free DIY Hard.
All right, awesome. Jesse, do we have you?
Hey guys, yeah, let's see. You hear me on there?
Yeah, hold on.
You hear me on
I
there?
can't see myself.
Yeah,
Oh no, I
there?
can't see myself. I had to bring the. Oh no, I can't see.
I
had to bring the. I had to bring the. Now it's too big. Now it's too big. Now I know how to run it. All right. So we got everybody in here. So we got everybody in here. Right. So this is the promo stream. So Dave, why not? I know we've been telling people all morning. Why don't you tell everybody what you do? Why don't you tell everybody? Which we just watched. I guess we don't need to do that. Which we just watched. I guess we don't need to do that.
Well, if you're just now joining the stream, well, if you're just had the misfortune of missing my show, my name is Roby. I host Live Free DIY Hard. It is a show dedicated to featuring artists that do it themselves. As the name implies, they record. They're usually if they're part of a record label at all, it's usually a small DIY record label, and every week I pick a curated song list that we play, and we talk about things that are going on with the artists, shows, or if they've got new stuff coming out, or if they had just released some stuff. This week in particular, we've got a lot going on this week and next week, because we've got an interview that we shot last week for How I Became Invisible, which is a really great band that bills themselves as trans space emo punk, or trans emo space punk. That's what it is. And
that sounds like a heck of a genre. I can't wait to write that down for Spotify.
It's amazing. Their new album is amazing. I had the privilege of listening to it before a lot of other people, I'm sure. So we talk about that on the interview, and we're going to have a clip of it later on. But that's what I do, and yeah.
Now, what about you, Jesse? This is the first time that you've been on one of these live streams. We've done the ones with the bands, so you've seen those. But what Effigy Entertainment? Tell us about that.
Oh, no, geez,
I know I'm putting you on the spot, but.
Oh man. God, where to even go with Effigy at this point? It's like it was like initially just strictly show promotion, and now we've kind of found ourselves broadening out. We were involved with you guys. We linked up, and the whole Radio 717 thing became a thing, and now we've got shows lining up, interview things going on, interactive elements everywhere. Like I love that we're trying to be such a interactive and involved part of our local music community. So on multiple levels, not just putting the shows on, but like the Reese out there running Singer Sound, putting putting together the sound system, sound teching for live shows. We're a support system for various artists and acts and such. Like I know September 29th, we'll be running the sound for the show that Dinosaurs in Paris organized, and that's Gearhouse Brewing Company. And they organized the show. We're providing all the sound, speakers, sound tech, all that. So going
Yeah.
a little bit more than just promotion.
Yeah, and I know when I said I put you on the spot, it's because I called you like 10 minutes ago. I was like, hey, you know how to use Discord video?
I'm
So
like, hold on, let me like.
I was like, I didn't even tell you really we were doing this until yesterday because me and Roby didn't know we were going to do this until like 3 days ago. It's kind of like it was a good opportunity for us to throw in, just try to do some stuff all day. I got live on TikTok for a little bit earlier. I probably tried to go live again, but the way I have to go live on TikTok is I have to go live on my iPad and point it at the monitor over there. It's kind of ridiculous. So I don't know, but like earlier I just did radio. I think maybe it'll go over better with the videos that we're gonna play and stuff. So I might try to put us on live when we play our first video. But anyway, so
improvise and overcome. Like that whole little hour-long clip I ended up doing yesterday. I was saying to you, I'm like, let's test and see how this works, and turned into an hour of interactive with everybody jumping in. So
yep,
you know,
that's
just
how
bring
it goes. So anyway, let's get something going up. I think I'll start us.
Before
Yeah,
before
go
we
ahead.
get started, we told everybody what we do. You didn't tell everybody what
Oh
you do,
shit.
so why don't you
You know what? Maybe
tell
I made
everybody
some
what you do?
assumptions. Yeah, so we actually so I built so this is my studio that I built here. So the background that I got when you see the show earlier, the background. So we built a studio for bands to perform. So we do have bands perform on Saturdays on the Tempo. They come in and they co-host. We promote their shows. I mean, I'm in league with Jesse on the live event side because we're always promoting live events that they're doing. I go to their live events actually, so I also go out. We were at Carnival of Chaos, which you see the. I'm trying to follow my own finger on there, but it's right there. And we were there a couple weeks ago, filmed the whole thing. Did well as much as I could. There were some foibles, as some foibles. That'll be my new. I did a foible. Something that didn't really matter that much, but it was a faux pas nonetheless. Anyway, we do that, and we've got Rock and Ruins coming up, which we're going to be at that as well, and hopefully have less foibles this time, because all of this is amateur, and yeah, I didn't go to school for any kind of music production or anything like that, so whatever. That's what we do.
Hey, we're doing pretty damn good for amateur, I think.
Do you do anything during the week, perhaps?
Oh yeah. So every morning I also do the morning shuffle. So Zach, I see you down there giving us a chat. Appreciate that, man. We will play your music for you at some point. I've got a big peak, so let me pull that down. I have a big red peak on mine. Just testing. Going one more time. Make sure I get it down so it's not peaking anymore. Sorry, everyone. Doing 1-3 tests.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sounded a
anyway,
little
Zach,
crusty.
we'll play Suspicion of Guilt when we get to the request hour. But our request hour is usually 7:30 in the morning to like 8:30 ish, or whenever I decide to shut it down. It's not often I can go past 9, but we shuffle music from all the bands that have given us permission to play their music on our stream. So that's the other thing that we do in the background is we go around and look for music to play in our stream and get people to give us permission to play it in our stream because that's important to us. I don't want to just go out and grab any music and then have somebody come back later and say they didn't appreciate me doing it. And I want people
Well,
to know that we exist.
yeah, it's also important to us to like form like a working relationship with the bands
Yep.
that we feature because that's a key part of building community, and that's I think at least one of my goals for the channel is to build this community centered around DIY music because it's the best kind of music. Just to give a count, we have 154 bands in the database
Yeah,
as we speak.
there should be more. I keep getting them and then listening to them and then trying to add them, but we get so many requests on Facebook when I do a post. I think we're gonna have to send it to like a submission thing because I can't keep track of the posts on Facebook. Like, and that's one thing we're doing right now is Discord. So we're gonna talk about this a little bit later after we let you watch some of the videos we've done. But I want to talk about how Discord's going to interact with our channel going forward. And hopefully you have a Discord, because if you do, you could be on camera with us right here talking about your stream. In fact, Zach, you are sitting there in Facebook talking to us right now. If you want to talk about suspicion of guilt, because I know you, I've talked to you a little bit online. If you want to talk about suspicion of guilt and you have a Discord, we'll throw you a link to this Discord and you can jump on this camera and start talking about suspicion of guilt and we'll play your song. That's one thing that we want to do on the show when we get more time to stream. It's really important to us that we really build a community. So if you want to talk about your stuff, let us know if you have a Discord. If not, get one. We'll throw you a link on Facebook right now.
I'm glad you threw it in there again, like what he was just saying about community. That is completely the core element of all of this, is like networking all these fantastic bands that are like under the radar, unsigned, unknown to a lot of people, and building this network of a community between all of us to put some spotlight on these fantastic artists.
Yep, I'm turning off my camera so you don't have to look me staring up at my second screen, but actually, you know what? We'll just play a video right now. So that's even better, because then you don't have to listen to them jaw and you can listen to one of the bands. So let's go. Let's have Zach, if you're listening, what do you want to hear from our database? We've got 3 categories today. We've got music videos from live events. We've got music videos that are produced by the band. And then we have videos by the tempo. So if you want to tell us which one of those 3 categories you want, we'll go ahead and pop it open and play a song from there. But I can also just pick one while you decide. We can do that. Hey man, I never actually said that I was any good at this. So let me get that going. Gotta pull up the thing. You'd think
everybody that's on the stream is also running the production of the stream. So
all right, live event. So Zach Hurst chose live event. That's perfect. Let me go to live video. Let me get one up. Let's go with The Galaxy Has Eyes, Beach Whale. So that's
such a great song.
Yeah, well, and they just released this song too. So this song came out about 3 weeks ago. We've been playing it all over our streams. I love Beached Whale. We saw them play this live. So this video was recorded before they even had this song on Spotify. Now, we didn't get their baritone player because he was not available that evening, but we got everything else. We played this at the kennel at the West York Inn. And yeah, that was our first out there live event that we actually got footage from. We actually did one with Nailbite back in February, and the internet was not the best, and we didn't get the recordings that we wanted to get. So, but anyway, let me get this going. I got to find my cursor so I can switch between scenes. And let's go to on camera. Let's see if this works. Sorry, everyone. This works. Sorry, everyone. Here we go. Sorry, everyone. Here we go. All right, guys. Whoops. Yeah, so I'm trying to get Zach invited in here, but that was Beached Whale. Zach, if you want to throw out another one of those categories, pick a different one. We got music videos from bands and that are produced by the bands, and then we also got live events on the tempo, so live streaming events that we do. So if you want to pick another one in there, or if anybody else is in the chat, feel free to jump in and pick a category. We'll play one from there. I'm still working on that link, so apologies, Zach. That's why you saw the infinite mirror that was coming through there for a moment. I hit a button incorrectly and activated the matrix.
Oh Lord.
All right, Zach, I'm looking. I'm going to send it to you on Instagram because I think that's the best way to send a message instantly. But yeah, anyway, let me get another video up.
Do the one that I just did from Supersonic Godfathers.
All right, Supersonic Godfathers. Oh shit, I never put that one in here.
It's in the promotion folder.
Got it. Okay.
This is our newest original. It's called "Taking Me Back."
Right. And I guess I have to go to the
It's another bad day when love goes away. All things to say, wish I would have stayed. And take me to a time when you were only mine. Didn't see the signs, had to pay the fine. Taking me back to you. Taking me back, so much to lose. Taking me back, much to prove. Taking me back, back to you. Sitting on my own, and wishing that you were home. Nothing stays the same, nothing ever does. And here I go again, forgetting where it ends. See me something now and breaking in, yeah. Taking me back to you. Taking me back, so much to prove. Taking me back, much to prove. Taking me back, back to you. You know love will always change, and times they get rearranged. Never lose your way, or let it get in the way. Taking me you.
All right, we're back. Hopefully, you can hear us again. I realized how blinding my bald ass head is when I'm sitting under this light right here with the way this camera's angled. So I put a hat on, a Lyndhurst hat. Now I look like a little gnome. Anyway, Zach, I sent that link to you. So if you're, I sent it to Instagram. I wasn't sure how to get it through Facebook, but I could send it there. I don't want to send it in the public chat, so you got to check your messages. And we did send it though. Let me send it to Messenger, but like Facebook on, and I know you've complained about this before, Jesse, but Facebook, when you're like a business account, like it's the messages are all fucked up. I don't understand how they work. It's like sometimes I can't get it. I have to go to Meta Business Suite to do messages. And
I'm not messing with Meta. I'm like, it's so like every time they make any kind of update and it's supposed to make something easier, it makes it 10 times more confusing or frustrating to get it to work.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. I click on Messenger and it's just not going. So anyway, so let us know in the chat, Zach, if you got it, because we'll bring you on right now. But let's play one of your songs from the Spotify playlist.
Let's do a 4-song block of music.
Yeah, let's do it while we work on this promo episode. I'll put Suspicion of Guilt, and then we'll play the one that I like the most. There you are. All right, so I'm going to get that music going. Let me change the scenes for us. All right, we should be good. You can still hear me because I wanted to make sure you can hear, but you can't hear the rest of the team. Hold on, and let's play Love Joe by Suspicion of Guilt.
Down by the water, where I found my degree in soulless. I prayed and followed. Now it's time for a change, so focus. Tell you what happened
Since I've acted goofy, I need it more and more. Started acting silly, and now it's in my core. Kill me every single day, putting up with all of this to make it seem okay. Kill me, you okay with this? Break you down so you never get with this.
Here we are tonight. Let's make it right. We're gonna party till fight. We're going goofy all night.
Show me what you wanna be, could have been acting like you should be, but been running out of time just to tell me the truth. So don't be silly, happy, I just feel so goddamn angry for taking out my blood, so it doesn't make sense.
Here we are tonight. Let's make it right. We're gonna party till fight. We're going goofy all night. Here we are tonight. Let's make it right. We're gonna party till fight. We're going goofy all night.
One by one, better run, better run. Two by two, yeah, they're coming for you. Three by three, yeah, you know what it means. One by one, you better run. You better get the asshole, and it's go, better go, just run. Stop hitting me these lines on. Run.
Welcome back, everybody. Sometimes things go pear-shaped. Exactly.
Hey, look at that there. I'm trying to keep track of like where are we with all this. Sorry, I'm lagging behind here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The Camp Hill September 29th, the end of summer party. I know that the flyer was just rolling through there when we had Nailbite playing, and I did notice it does have Cannon Hill still listed. Cannon Hill, unfortunately, did break up this week. So right now, the other three bands are still online to play that show. I'm talking to Ashley, manager of Dinosaurs currently, uh, here and there, and she's going to keep me updated. They may pull another act in to fill that slot, but as of right now, Cannon Hill did break up, and then that's when you got on to about Look Back Luna, who was on a roll for a while, and then they seem to take this hiatus. They seem to have just dropped off and disbanded. I know that everybody kind of went their different directions and such, and Gabe was doing a solo thing. But as of about the past week, I believe it was, they re-announced that they are back together. Look Back Luna's returning. They have a new lead singer. Gabe has stepped off from taking the lead vocals. He's now just focusing on guitar. The rest of the guys that were there before, they're all back, but I can't place her name off the top of my head. But they did just announce they have a new lead singer taking lead there, and yeah, Look Back Luna went through a hiatus, disappeared, may have broke up. Now they're kind of back together, and I'm really intrigued, like you were saying, to hear how they sound because they had a great sound before. So kind of curious what direction. Yeah, yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued.
On. Let me turn on Discord. Oh, that's Discord video. Oh, the same problem I had earlier when I have Discord audio. So let me do that in this scene because I'm dumb like that. But I know you can hear me. So let me go back to Discord. All right, I'm gonna fix that scene in the other one. Oh no, wait, I can't because I have to go back here. Shit. This is what we do. Audio application, audio capture, Discord audio. All right, now we should be able to hear you guys. Speak. You can speak now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you should. We can't see you, but we're showing a picture of the artist spotlight for Dream Stereo. So the thing we have coming up next is Dream Stereo and their song Bittersweet. I got a music video from them. They sent it to me, submitted it in, and we're gonna play that right now. And actually, we're going live on TikTok too. So let's play this music video by Dream Stereo. I love their blend of like this is another dreamy kind of sound, not quite as heavy as Look Back Luna. In fact, it hits more into the jazz category in some aspects.
Very melodic. I
Yeah,
did
very
touch a little bit of it. Very melodic.
yeah, very melodic. Very I mean, you'll just have to hear it, and then we can talk about what you think about it after. And hopefully, we get Zach Hurst into the chat here so you guys can meet him and talk about the 2 Suspicion of Guilt songs we listened to. But here's Bittersweet by Dream Stereo right now. Well, hold on, not right now. Right now for everybody on the media player. So I'm just going to stop going live on TikTok because I don't have the right audio up. Actually, let's play it
I'm
while I
over here
figure it
with my feet waiting for this video.
out. Right?
Oh wait, I think I see some.
Solitude's in my head tonight. I wanna cry alone. She asked me how could I let her slip away, slip away. I carry the fault, she avoids the guilt. She makes her cup of coffee, though the tea's already spilled. I know a couple questions she's too afraid to ask. Have you under someone? Is she now your backup plan? Just make something out of nothing. Don't worry, I'm spinning round my head again. You're the one I wish I could forget. How I thought the world of you until your real colors started to bleed through. Just make something out of nothing. Don't worry, I'm spinning round my head again. You're the one I wish I could forget, but I can't comprehend. I'll buy you flowers, you bury them. All I am is all it took. I'm not too much, I'm just too good. Ain't you good for something? Don't worry, I'm spinning round my head again. You're the one I wish I could forget.
Still there? All right. Oh man, I'm telling you what, we are having fun over here with all my foibles. But it is. It's the promo test episode. We got to figure out how many people we can cram into this Discord. That's the thing I'm trying to do right now. So let's see if we can get Zach in here, and anybody else that's watching, just join the Discord. We'll chat with you as long as I've seen you before and know you make music. Like, I'm probably not going to invite randos right yet. Oh, only because
I'm not sure they can hear Discord on.
they can
Oh,
now.
nope, here they go.
I keep making mistakes. So you showed me how to do the scene switching, and unfortunately I haven't set up my scenes correctly. So that'll be something I do later. But again, test show, guys, test show. Thanks for your patience, especially
This is why we
Zach.
did the cold. This is why we did the cold open type
Yep,
thing and not promoted it all that much.
right.
So it was like silly gooses in front of a bunch of people.
Well, hey, I think we got somebody. Oh no, that was
Nope.
just you, Jesse, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just me cut in a second.
That's okay. I thought he joined. So I was really hoping to talk to Zach, but anyway, let's get some more music going. So Dream Stereo, we just listened to that one. They're doing a show with us on the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we don't have to worry about TikTok because I don't know how to use it yet properly. Let's talk about that, man. That was a smooth jam, wasn't it?
That was a smooth jam. Very swank video too. Just everybody chilling.
Yeah. Well, Jesse, you were commenting while you were watching it that you like the simple nature of it. It's just them going around touring, doing
Yeah.
drinking, having a good time while they listen to music.
It's some clips of them just kind of wandering around, a couple little shots from like shows. You could tell there's some stuff that was probably like after a show or set up or something. Like real simple, overlay the music, just show you guys out hanging out, having fun, doing your thing.
Hey,
Oh,
Zach!
yeah.
I think we got Zach. That would be amazing. And if he's got camera, even better. So now we got 4 people in the Discord. So,
See the logo. I'm waiting.
yeah. I'm glad you joined us. Can you hear us okay?
Oh, it sounds like the intro to Outer Limits.
That happens
That was
sometimes.
He's eating chips and loading the system.
Nothing wrong with that. So, if you don't have video, no big deal. But why don't you tell us about Suspicion of Guilt and your project? Because I know you started working on that earlier this year, and you and I had some back and forth while we waited for some of your Spotify stuff to come out. Oh, internet connection. Oh, there you are, Zach.
Oh, there you go.
Now we can
Hello.
see you. That's even better. So reminder, this to the audience, this was completely unplanned. We just sent Zach an invite because he was in our chat. Thought it might be fun to have him on here to tell us about Suspicion of Guilt. So why don't you tell us about Suspicion of Guilt?
I'm getting feedback.
Oh, yeah, that's always a challenge. Can you hear us though, or does it not come through? Because we don't hear anything on your side except for you when you talk.
Oh, okay. I can hold on a second. Let me turn off something.
Okay. But anyway, so to further, go on this story while we're waiting for Zach, let's see if he got it. Did you get it? Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you well.
All right, awesome.
There we go.
The
We're
other two
connected.
haven't really talked, so that's probably why you didn't hear him yet. So,
Cool.
but yeah, tell us now about Suspicion of Guilt.
Well, Suspicion of Guilt. Actually, I'm still getting feedback. Give me 1 second. It's really
Yeah, no problem.
throwing me out.
No problem.
Hey, this is the nature of the beast,
Right.
doing this live, improvise, completely
It's all good.
winging it.
It might be just John because we're sitting here talking, and if anybody's listening, they can learn from our mistakes. So maybe we have like a waiting channel, right? We get
I'm
them.
getting,
We
like,
have one of us
4
go in
different
there.
notifications.
Yeah, like one of us go in the wait channel and get the tech done, and then bring them on. That might be something we can do in the future. But anyway, it's the nature of the beast, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see here.
I'm all with it, with the improvise, completely unplanned, unscripted, no idea. Let's just wing it.
My bright gold hat, like I'm a shining leprechaun.
Dude, I'm still waiting for you to receive the quest. I'm waiting for the quest.
I would like it if like a rainbow just showed up right over my head and dropped the pot of gold. That would be pretty awesome. I'm Scottish, not Irish though, so that's probably gonna be hard. I don't know if the leprechauns are Scottish.
All right, let's try this again.
He
Okay.
kills it. All right, that's
All right. Suspicion of Guilt, Zach.
Suspicion of Guilt. So we uh, basically started about a year ago, and Suspicion of Guilt. Oh, wait, honestly, guys, I get like I'm still getting feedback.
Okay.
Throwing me. I'm
Well,
so
we
sorry.
don't hear the feedback, so if it's hard for you, that's fine. We can schedule something later, man. I just appreciate you coming in the chat. And
Oh, hey, I totally. I'm so excited to be here. I just want to get this figured out.
yep,
Yeah, no worries.
totally understandable. How about we do this?
Oh,
Because we can do Discord while we do that. While we play another one of your songs, since you're here, you could tell me. We already
Okay.
played Love Joe and Prism. Hey, Rain
Yeah.
Sparkles, thanks for joining. Which one of these other ones would you like us to play? And that's off your EP that you just released, what, like 2 weeks ago? 3? Something like that. It's been in
Yeah.
within the last month. Which
Guys,
one
this
would you want to
is
lead from? Get Some, Shine Through, or Let's Go?
this is crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Let me log back in.
Okay.
yep. Just
All right.
set him up to shuffle from his catalog or listen to his
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
we'll
At
get
least
something
if we
playing
can.
while we get him sorted out.
There
I
we
think
go.
that's our best bet.
On it.
I'm a man who's looking for a home, something tied with a well-read tone. Not saying it's safe in the zone, ain't looking back for fun. Staring down the guy, we gotta get some. Yeah, from the cold I came from the north. Moving side, I'll picture with a fork. On the go, on the floor, I'm sure. Ain't looking back for fun. Staring down the guy, we gotta get some. Ain't never alone, ain't never afraid. He ain't giving up if enough ain't made. So close but against the right. Ain't looking back for fun. Staring down the guy, we gotta get some. Gotta get some.
Address Food Dog, my buddy Scope. How's it going, man? I think people can still hear that music. I'm not sure, but anyway, I just wanted to shout out to Scope real quick while we're getting Zach Hurst on. He's probably still going to be coming in. I just wanted to shout out to him because he was here the other day when I did a songwriting thing late at night, and he picked out Food Dog. And I made up a song about it without having any lyrics. It was about a dog who ate everything in sight. It was a food dog. Anyway, let's go back to some more music. I'll go ahead and just play Let's Go by Suspicion of Guilt while we figure out the technical with Zach. All right, we're back. Hopefully you can hear us. We got Zach now. Zach Hurst from Suspicion of Guilt. I think we got the audio
Hi, guys.
issues figured out without. We'll be smoother at that. Next time we'll cut to music while we figure it out. But hey, we just pulled you out of the chat, didn't we? For those that just joined
Yes,
us,
sir.
including Scope, we just pulled him out of the chat and said, "Hey, you're in this band. Why don't you come up here and tell us about your band and your project?" Which we're gonna do right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just in chat and I was just listening to your music and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna throw a little Suspicion of Guilt in there
Yeah.
and see if you guys would maybe play it.
Well, so you and I
Can you
talked just to give some history to we did this a little bit already, but you and I talked a while ago, and you hadn't had anything on Spotify yet, and I was like, well, that's kind of how we play music, and you didn't really have an album, so we waited, and then you were in our stream for the morning shuffle, right? And you were
Yes, sir.
like, hey. That's Suspicion of Guilt. And I was like, oh yeah, Suspicion of Guilt. So, and then you gave us permission right on the stream to play your music, and we just did it right there live because that's important to us, is making sure we play people's music. So we just played Love Joe, and I wanted to hear what you're defining your genre as with Suspicion of Guilt, even though I'm not really a genre guy.
Well, the genre of our band is more is a I would say it's a combination of a few different things. Maybe we have a huge influence from Led Zeppelin, but we also have huge from newer things like Black Keys, and we're also big into heavier stuff too. So we like you know we, getting into real harder stuff. Um, my bassist is introduced me to like Elder and really hard stuff, but it opens our you know the expectation for our music to be something more. So our music is primarily it's classic rock with a blend of like Black Keys,
Yeah,
grittiness.
there's definitely gritty. I was thinking like Led Zeppelin grunge. It's like
Yeah,
got a
totally.
grittiness to it that I like, and that song "Love Joe" that I first played. That's probably my favorite on the EP. I like the guitar work that you do in there. So do you play lead, or are you're the singer? I know that, but do you play lead guitar or?
No, I songwrite and sing, and Jason Kepner. Let me go through the band real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
absolutely. So you, Jason Kepner.
yeah, it's me lead singing. Jason Kepner, lead guitarist, incredible blues guitarist. Um, uh, Scott Frederick, he's an incredible drummer who his background is very like Metallica, very hard hitting, and he's been able to blend with us really well. And then our bassist, Mike Simon. Mike Simon he brings an incredible blend of like hard rock with our kind of stuff that we're trying to fuse. So um, we we're like a family. We blend so well, and these guys are just incredible musicians. Like I spend so much time songwriting. I kind of lose, um, you know, just
So you,
musical things.
so as the songwriter for you wrote all the music. So tell us about one of these songs that we've played, and like the story behind it. Tell us which song, and then the story behind it, and then we're gonna jump to some other videos that we have planned. But we
You got
really
it, man.
appreciate you coming on. So go ahead and tell us about one of these songs. You pick one, because we played I
Love
think almost
Joe.
all of them. Love Joe. Okay.
Love Joe is all right. This is a heavy one. Love Joe actually. I was contacted by a mother of an amazing young man who was killed at his work site. And this song is basically Joe talking from down from heaven, saying not to give up on his case. And Love Joe is a really, like I said, it's a very powerful song, and we want many people to hear it because his case is still open. So we want as many people as we can to hear the song and just um, support support his mom who's pushing everything just to get the right, you know.
Kind of closure for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
understandable.
big
Well,
time.
that's the one I have in the database. I think that's the one we play most often because I like it the most. So that's usually what I put in the stream. So when somebody submits music like you did, I listen to everything, and sometimes I come back and listen to some other stuff, and then I'll swap it out because the other song hits better with me. But so the
Totally.
case that you're talking about is so this gentleman died at the work site, or
Yeah,
I
he was
just
a
want to make
young
some
man.
awareness since you're giving us an opportunity to.
He was a young man. He passed away. He was killed on his work site, 19 years old. Um, um, Joe, Joe just like, uh,
So are they looking for a killer, or did it just like I want to make sure I know this. That's
yeah.
the side of it I want to understand, so that way
Oh,
people
sure.
can help find the killer.
Yeah. So they believe that the person responsible was one of his coworkers, and the mother is uh, gone outside and done a lot of work to find just getting the right uh, sentence or getting the right uh, what's the
Getting
word?
some justice or there, right? Finding some sort of hope of like
Yeah.
closure with some kind of justice prevailing in the end, at least. Right?
Yeah, they've only gotten some justice to a point, and what they're looking for is really just something for the family, and it's more closure. That's what
Well,
the song's about.
everybody check out Love Joe again. We played it at the top of this when we were first going to bring Zach on. We're going to jump back into some of our other promos. Zach, we really appreciate you coming in, man. And
Yep.
I'm sure we'll
Thanks
be
for coming
able
by.
to bring you in the future too if you're around and we're doing this. This is kind of a
Dude,
one-off
I'm
right
always
now, but like I
Can
said,
I
we're
just jump in
testing.
there real quick? I want to say too, man, it's so good to see you finally, getting this whole project moving forward. Because like when I met you a couple years ago, and I know how passionate you were about getting something together, getting a band, getting the music rolling, getting the right. So seeing you put the suspicion of guilt here together and get this rolling, I'm psyched for you, man. Very much so. Very psyched for you. So
thank you.
awesome. Huge props to you on all that and continued success with this venture.
Yeah, we have good guys here, and thank
Hey,
you.
wait, hey, where are you playing next? Do you have a gig lined up that you can tell everybody about?
Absolutely. One second, I'll pull it up here. We have um, we have three coming up. Uh, give me
Should make sure I get those flyers. I've had difficulty getting flyers for a lot of people lately.
Oh yeah,
Algorithms.
yeah. We have a great marketing guy who's just making our flyers now. So we have Marietta at McCleary's Pub on the
And
6th.
my backyard.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Then we have HMAC on the 13th, and then we have the Rusty Rail in Mifflinburg on the 18th, and that's this month so far.
Awesome. Well, make sure we get those flyers. Just message them to me, and I'll make sure they get on the stream. But
Yeah, let's
Absolutely,
get this
I'll send
started.
them right away.
all
Let's
right,
get those moving around. I'll try and
Zach.
come down to McLean. That's my backyard, man. I'll try and be there.
Heck yeah! I would love that. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna let you out. We're gonna go back to some music. The next so the next thing I'm putting up for you guys for everyone is um we do promo stuff. We get a lot of music that nobody has on Spotify yet through the nature of the tempo. Like just the fact that a band gets to come in here and play some music and uh, yeah, so they get to play whatever they want. So if they don't have a song up on Spotify, they don't. Well, Coal State was in here back in February, and they at that time were recording an EP when they came in. In fact, the day before, a couple days before, they played this song for us, and we'll let them tell you in the interview because we promoted this, we recorded this, we had it before anyone else, and they just released their EP this week. This song "Ghosts in the Front Seat" is pretty great. They're gonna tell you about the interview. I didn't want to spoil it for you guys, so I'll let them say it. And kind of where the inspiration for that song came from.
Well, Derek does the majority of the writing. He writes. He's one of those people that can just write.
Oh,
I wrote that one.
Okay.
I wanted to write it from a perspective of someone who was in a car accident and lost a loved one, and it still has to drive that way home afterwards. I don't know that I portrayed that as well as I would have liked to have, but I'm definitely happy with the song.
Yeah, it was pretty great, man.
Thank
Like
you.
the drums were pretty great on it.
Yeah.
Like the song itself was good. I'm gonna be watching it again because I hadn't heard it before until today.
Yeah. So we recorded that EP like a year ago, maybe.
Sounds about right.
like longer than that.
Yeah. So obviously we're still writing and playing and growing and becoming Coal State.
Left the house around quarter to eight. Don't recall, then calling the rain. Crooked line after crooked line. Hating times, so many street signs. Did you really get this car out shotgun? And every time, take this road to bring back to the time. We were lost, so we were taking back what we could find. Always at my back, no matter how far I run. Did we really get this car out shotgun? You're the ghost in my first scene. Co-pilot directs me, 'cause it's always cold in my arms are weak. Sticky brakes are bound to fail, so buckle tight. In for a ride. It's a car and a shotgun, and every time take this road to bring back to the time. We were lost, so we were taking back all we could find. Always at my back, no matter how far I run. Did they really get this car out shotgun? Oh, drive me a car. There's a mess seats that's left. And it hates in the morning in my front windshield to our love. They don't take. Oh, drive me a car. There's a mess seats that's left. And it hates in the morning in my front windshield to our love. Every time I take the road to bring me back to the time. We were lost, so we were taking back all we could find. You always had my back, no matter how far. Did you really get this car out shotgun?
All right, we're back. It's Roby's up
Sup?
next. He's got wants to tell us about DIY Live Free, DIY Hard, and then some of his interview stuff. So he's gonna tell you about the next set of clips, and then we're gonna play them.
Yep, we're gonna do the first clip, and then we're gonna play the song, and then another clip, and then a third clip if we have time. Well, definitely need 3 clips, but okay. So the first clip is from my interview with A Day Without Love. Massive shout out to Brian from A Day Without Love. He actually reached out to me like right as I started the show and asked for an interview. It's kind of changed the direction of Live Free DIY Hard a little bit
yeah,
because I wasn't at the time certain I was going to do interviews. It was more like I just wanted to play radio songs and talk and promote stuff. But he offered to do an interview, and it kind of like took off from there. So in this clip, he's talking about his song DIY or Die and the meaning and intention behind it.
Awesome. So I'll play that clip right now, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, totally. I wrote the song because I realized, like, you know, I've been playing like just the guitar since I was 18. I'm 34, and I've been like actively gigging, meaning like touring and all that stuff, for 6 years, and I've been just like gigging locally, like wherever I live, for 10 years now, right? And like I'd done the open mic thing even longer than that, and I realized that I met a lot of people who started to change. And I mean, people change regardless, but they change in a way that didn't feel right. Like they were like signed to these labels. Now, granted, I am signed to a label, like I'm with Your Mom Records, but signed to like labels that were just kind of taking away their autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that like after a short period when like the label didn't really work out, that their integrity was lost. And next thing you know, they're back to like working at a coffee shop, working at, you know, a bar or brewery or wherever it is. And it's like, I personally think no matter what avenue you take in life, you have to have something to show for it, right? And if what you have to show for is like all ego, like, and forgetting, you know, the mouth that fed you, and you think that's the way to be a musician, then I think you're kind of dying on the inside, versus like being in a DIY community where like you're with a community driven label, you're still, you know, making connections, finding better ways to sustain your bottom line, you're finding better ways to make do with what you have without sacrificing your morals and rights and values.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're still being the person that you are. Like, I think a lot of people like get that Pitchfork article or get that Stereogum article or get that mainstream music festival placement, and they kind of like forget who helped them first. And not only do they forget who helped them first, they kind of switch up in a way that's like not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And start feeling like, oh, I have to keep certain people in my circle now. And it's like, no, you just turned really paranoid, and low key, you're not doing that well. And I think that's not good. So that's kind of like why I wrote DIY or Die, because like on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
You're still scared and you're still like losing your ethics and values. So yeah.
I sing in houses and you sing for corporate. I know that one of us sucks. I can say and do what I want. DIY or die to me. Change the way you live your life. I sing with reverb and you sing with auto-tune. I don't like the way you sing. You just wanna be king, and I wanna sing. Change the way you sing your song. You sing for a lot of clout, and I sing with a lot of doubt. Somehow we're all the same. You just sing for fame.
All right, guys. That was a DIY or Die from A Day for Out Love. Dave, you could tell them about that, Roby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So talk about the next clip.
Yep.
All right. We're gonna do this one next because I don't want to run out of time for it because it's a teaser for the How I Became Invisible interview. So in this clip, Emily is explaining the overarching narrative
There's a
of
definite
like
narrative.
her whole music project. So fire that up. No song accompaniment with this one.
There is a definite narrative that's kind of gotten away from me a little bit, and that I know what the story is. And it actually goes back to Robots and Race Cars. The last Robots and Race Cars album leads into to my first How I Became Visible album, which leads into the first Danger Club album, and then the second Danger Club EP, and then everything else I've done on How I Became Invisible. I explained it to someone once, and they said, I don't know how you came up with that, let alone how anyone would be able to understand it. I was like, I don't know either, I'll be honest.
It's
On an individual basis, I think they make sense. Trying to tie them all together is just a nightmare.
it's a cinematic universe, if you will, or
Yes,
whatever.
it's the Emily Cinematic Universe.
All right, we're back. That was the scene. What?
That was a scene. If you'd like to hear more about the Emily Cinematic Universe, tune in September 6th at 9:30 a.m. for the full interview with Emily from How I Became Invisible. Okay, next clip is going to be me talking to the godfather, if you will, of Hyper Ska, Eichler's, talking about his one political song, Anthem for a New Tone.
Hi,
So,
this is Ike from Eichler.
I don't know if Matt's mentioned this before, but we had kind of the iteration of a media project that we were going to talk about political music because it's a thing I appreciate quite a lot. So whenever a band has a political song, I tend to want to talk to them about it. So this is that clip from the Eichler's interview.
Hi, this is Ike from Eichler's, and you're listening to Live Free DIY Hard. Yeah, that song is like a very unique song amongst my. Hi, this is Ike from Eichler's, and you're listening to Live Free DIY Hard. Yeah, that song is like a very unique song amongst my discography. I tend to write like more from an emotional standpoint, and just like sort of process my emotions through songs. But you know, living in Utah and living in that sort of like very right-wing conservative climate, especially like I wrote that song at the beginning of 2020, with just like how the pandemic was being handled and what we were seeing in terms of like all the Black Lives Matter uprisings and all the protests, and just seeing all the reactionary bullshit from all the right-wing folks. It just that's really like what inspired that song. And I think it's cool that that's like the first song you heard, because that's, like I said, it's a very strange track amongst my discography. I still feel like it fits like sound wise, right? But content wise, I haven't written a song like that since, because I mean, I don't know. I feel like political songs are really important just because it's easier to get a message out through the medium of art. But I feel like instead of writing political songs, I tend to try and be political in my actions in my daily life rather than writing about it, mostly just because I have a hard time putting that stuff like into words. Like I feel like putting that stuff into actions is more effective in real time than it is for me to sit down and try and put the energy into writing a song about it and choosing the right wordings to get my point across.
Direct action is definitely the way to go first and foremost, but it's nice to jam out to a good political song.
For sure. Yeah.
Definitely a
choice
topic for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm not like talking down on anyone who writes political songs, obviously, because I've, being in the ska scene and the new tone scene and that stuff, like there's so many great songwriters out there who are writing that type of stuff. It's just like me personally, I find it really hard to write about that stuff without it sounding really contrived and corny.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I got one that like helps to connect
Yeah,
with
for
people and
sure.
is shit that I believe in.
All right, yeah, that was the Eichlers. Pretty good.
All right, so let's go ahead and cue up Anthem for a New Tone. To listen to.
All right, sweet. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I like that interview. I saw it or listened to it rather. I wasn't able to watch the video at the time, so it was kind of like, I got to hear a little bit more, I think, and actually see him because I didn't see him when you did it the first time. But Anthem
Yeah.
for a New Tone. Let's key that up because that was. I didn't have it on here. So yeah, Eichlers.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, all these interviews are in full on our YouTube channel. So if you would like to see the full interview with Eichlers or A Day Without Love, you can by going to our YouTube channel.
Yep, that's true. All right, here we go.
What the fuck do you mean? Why you yelling at me? Do you expect to correct that behavior of tweets? 'Cause these fascist fuckos don't exist in your echo chamber. Brushing up on leftist theory doesn't mean shit if you're not sharing information with the folks in the back who can't access the resources you can. Black square on the grid like a tune in. You can do better than that. Shit, you gotta do better. 'Cause we can build a new life, a new community. Invest in mutual aid and help the folks on the street. Eat the rich, feed the kids. Don't grow up to be a capitalist. Kill the cop in your head, kill the cop in your heart. There's never been a better time to start. Kill the cop in your head, kill the cop in your heart. There's never been a better time.
Yeah, that was Eichlers' New Tone. Eichlers is pretty awesome. So I notice whenever it cuts our screen out, whenever
Yeah, that's weird.
it does it because Spotify is right under it, and if the application that's not above the other one on the screen there is messed up, I have a Spotify thing. I probably need to take it out. I used to use it as a visual. I probably should just take it out of the queue so it's not like doing that, but I don't know if that's even a thing. Anyway, we're running up on the noon hour, at which point I have to call it quits.
Yeah.
But Jesse, tell us real quick about Embers and Ashes, right? Is that the name of the podcast you're working on?
The plan is to call it Embers and Ashes, and it's a play on like I wanted to do something that's a play on like what we are. Our logo for effigy is the flame. The flame is the whole element. So I wanted to make something that played off of that because obviously if I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to talk a lot about what we're doing with effigy, what's coming up, what we're involved in, and so I wanted to make the play off of that. So hence the Embers element, but then obviously anthems. We're playing all these songs. The correlation, it kind of made itself make sense. So Embers and anthems, I really want to put a lot of focus on, obviously, first and foremost, what we do with effigy, all of our coordinations, all the different shows that we're out for, we're supporting, we're involved in, basically anything involving the local music scene. And then my next point on that is obviously I'm a big metalhead. I like metal and metalcore music. So to me, I want to really put like a lot of a spotlight on like a lot of the heavier side of stuff that's in our region that we have coming through. And like even these guys right here, Half Heard Voices, I'd like to put them up in there. I've talked to them about actually using their song "Embers" as an opening element to the to getting this rolling. So we'll see if that pans out. But
So
yeah,
Embers
yeah.
and Anthems. I had that name wrong. I've only seen the flyer twice on my phone, so it wasn't big enough for my old ass man eyes to see the font.
Yeah, these glasses are just for show. You know.
No, these glasses are very, very much needed sometimes, especially when I run out of contacts. So,
But yeah, that's kind of the gist. That's the idea. I've got some more things coming together. I know you and I are going to coordinate on getting some of this up and running.
yep.
So
Yeah, we will for sure.
we'll make
But
it happen.
thanks everyone for the promo stream, watching the promo stream today. I'm sure we'll have another one that's less janky that we'll have put some polish on. Because we just kind of went off the cuff there when Zach showed up. It was like, sure, why not? Let's see if this Discord thing actually works, and brought somebody in. But we'll do that to you too if you show up on in the stream in the chats. Who knows? That's how we roll around here. But tomorrow morning we'll have the morning shuffle. And then this Saturday we have the Plan on, which is a heavy metal band that Jesse is a big fan of. We sponsored their tour a little bit. I think Dr. D did actually from the I don't his you can't see his shirt, but
like a group effort.
yeah, it's a group effort, but Dr. D was the main proponent of that. I love the Plan too. They're a pretty good band for their age, and then their songs. We're gonna play all three of their songs and then talk to them about their songs and where they've been touring. But they're all over the East Coast. I've seen them several flyers for them because we throw those up on our show. But all right, till tomorrow morning. Roby, you got anything else to promote? You do. Next Saturday, next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, the 6th, is the How I Became Invisible interview. It's really great. It's about 30 minutes long, which is a little longer than I typically like for an interview, but there's just a lot of stuff there, and it was all gold. So tune in and catch a really amazing interview with a pretty amazing person. So, yep, that's the September 6th. Their How I Became Invisible's album pre-order starts September 1st. So mosey on over to howibecameinvisible.com to check that out.
All right, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to this next week of stuff, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 7:30. And yeah,
there we go.
Bye, everybody. I'll be in the chat tomorrow morning hanging out. So see everyone there.
yeah. I'm cutting the stream now, so see you guys.